Imagine a scenario that sounds, well, genuinely impossible. Walking into your favorite cafe, ordering your beloved drink, and then just walking out without paying a single cent.
Uh,
No theft, no winning some grand contest, and certainly no secret benefactors. It's just free.
right.
This sounds like something out of a dream, doesn't it? Well, today we're embarking on a deep dive into exactly how this kind of thing, and honestly, so much more, can happen. Legally, ethically, and in practical ways you can start exploring today.
Yeah.
We're going to truly unpack the surprising and I think liberating world of getting valuable things often for free.
It's fascinating, isn't it, how quickly our minds jump straight to impossible or maybe too good to be true when faced with a proposition like that.
Exactly.
Yet, our source material for this deep dive, it immediately challenges that ingrained assumption. It
Hmm.
really invites us to fundamentally rethink our understanding of value, you know,
Yeah.
of exchange, and even what constitutes a transaction.
Hmm.
This isn't just about saving money, though that's certainly a compelling outcome.
Hmm.
It's about initiating a profound shift in perspective that, once embraced, truly touches every aspect of our lives. We'll be looking at how to spot the hidden economy of value that exists all around us, often just waiting to be recognized and, well, engaged with.
Okay, let's unpack this crucial phrase right at the start. Getting something for free. Our source makes it unequivocally clear that free doesn't always mean literally zero monetary cost.
Right, that's key.
And here's where it really starts to shift our perspective. Sometimes you're paying with something entirely different: your time, your specific skills, your focused effort, or maybe even just your undivided attention.
Yeah.
This subtle but incredibly profound twist is the very first secret, I think, to unlocking these seemingly impossible opportunities. It completely reframes how we think about transactions, about what we have to offer, and what truly constitutes value in the first place.
This redefinition of free is indeed critical. It deliberately steers us away from a purely transactional, monetary view of value, which is just so dominant in our modern society.
It really is.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it highlights that our human capital, our invested time, our unique abilities, our focused attention, possesses an inherent transferable worth.
Hmm.
This worth can be exchanged for tangible goods or services, for experiences, or even for access. It raises an important question for you to consider. How often do we inadvertently overlook the powerful non-monetary assets we possess in our daily lives just because they don't have a direct price tag?
That's a great question.
We're so conditioned to think of money as the sole medium of exchange that we often miss the abundant other forms of capital we hold. This paradigm shift is foundational to everything we'll discuss today.
When most people first hear the phrase everything for free, they might immediately conjure images of, I don't know, elaborate magic tricks, loopholes, or maybe even exclusive secret clubs.
Yeah, something shady, perhaps.
Right. But the truth, as revealed by our source, is that it's fundamentally a mindset, a revolutionary way of looking at the world that transforms nearly every ordinary moment into a potential opportunity. The key concepts here, the bedrock of this philosophy, are resourcefulness and barter. Resourcefulness, in this context, is the astute ability to find quick, clever, and often unconventional ways to solve problems or achieve goals.
Being smart about it.
Exactly. And barter, of course, is the age-old practice of exchanging goods or services directly without the use of money. It's about a mental shift, really, an active decision to see possibilities where others might only see barriers.
The persistent emphasis on mindset throughout the source is paramount. This isn't just a collection of clever hacks or tricks. It's a foundational cognitive framework that, once you adopt it, reshapes your perception.
Right.
Think of it not just as solving existing problems with what you have, but proactively recognizing unseen potential in situations that others might simply dismiss.
Mm-hmm.
It's about asking what if, or how else could this happen, when confronted with a challenge, rather than immediately just accepting the conventional path. And barter, a form of commerce as old as humanity itself, serves as a powerful reminder that true value exchange existed and still flourishes long before the invention of currency. It often thrives in forms we commonly overlook in our modern monetized world, where maybe direct skill for service exchange is sometimes deemed less professional than cash.
That's so true. So, how does this transformative mindset translate into, tangible action? Our guide outlines three major strategies we'll be exploring in depth today, each designed to empower you.
Okay,
First, it's all about leveraging hidden opportunities, spotting those often missed situations where you can acquire valuable things without direct monetary payment.
got it.
Second, we'll delve into using exchange instead of cash, thoughtfully offering something in return that isn't money but holds genuine value for the other party.
Makes sense.
And finally, we'll master the sophisticated art of the free upgrade, turning a basic freebie into something truly extraordinary and premium, all at no additional cost to you.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Right. These are not isolated tactics, but interconnected approaches that, when combined, create a remarkably resourceful way of living.
This clear, structured approach provides a very useful roadmap for you, the curious listener. Each strategy represents a distinct yet interconnected pathway to fundamentally rethinking the concept of value.
Yeah.
It encourages a significant shift from just passive consumption to active participation in both value creation and sophisticated exchange. We'll meticulously explore how these strategies intertwine, how they build upon each other to form a cohesive and remarkably powerful overall approach to living more resourcefully. It's about building a versatile mental toolbox rather than just collecting one-off tips.
And by the time we conclude this deep dive, our ultimate mission is to profoundly change how you look at a price tag forever.
Wow, big goal.
It is. We're not simply talking about acquiring free stuff in isolated instances. We're discussing a fundamental liberating shift in perception that has the potential to unlock an entirely new world of possibilities for you. Get ready to truly see the world through a refreshed, opportunity-driven lens. This isn't just a casual listen, it's an invitation to a new paradigm of, well, abundance.
This compelling promise of a changed perspective is precisely what resonates with a learner audience like yourself.
Right.
It deliberately elevates the discussion beyond mere tips and tricks, framing it as a genuine opportunity for cognitive and behavioral transformation.
Mm-hmm.
The ultimate goal is not just the absorption of information, but the acquisition of deep insight that can be immediately and effectively applied in your daily life. It's about empowering you to proactively seek and create value rather than simply waiting for it to be presented in, conventional ways.
All right, chapter 1. Our source kicks off this journey with a remarkably vivid and I think relatable personal anecdote, standing in front of a massive music festival entrance. The tickets were priced far beyond what was affordable at the time. It's that familiar, disheartening moment of exclusion that, let's face it, many of us have experienced. You see something you really want to experience, but the financial barrier seems insurmountable.
Oh yeah, definitely been there.
But instead of just turning around and going home, our guide asked a truly pivotal question, a question that now defines their entire philosophy. What can I offer instead of money?
Simple but powerful.
Right. This simple inquiry is the very genesis of their unconventional approach, marking a powerful moment of reorientation.
This initial scenario perfectly illustrates what the source later terms price tag vision. Most individuals in that very moment would solely perceive the cost as an insurmountable barrier.
Yeah, they'd stop right there.
They'd see the dollar amount and conclude, I can't afford this, so I can't go. What's truly insightful here is the protagonist's immediate and instinctive pivot to a solution-oriented, non-monetary inquiry. It represents a radical departure from conventional thinking right from the outset, setting the stage for everything that follows. It's the first ripple in a new way of interacting with the world, moving from a mindset of scarcity to one of resourceful inquiry.
So instead of succumbing to defeat, our guide noticed a group of volunteers, easily recognizable by their bright orange shirts, and walked directly to their desk.
Proactive.
Very. They didn't beg or attempt to sneak in. Instead, they proactively and confidently offered their inherent value. I have strong communication skills and experience with crowd management. Do you need extra help?
Wow.
Now, crowd management might sound like a simple term, but it's a critical skill in large-scale events, often unseen by the attendees, but absolutely essential for ensuring safety, smooth traffic flow, and a positive overall experience for thousands of people.
Super valuable skill, yeah.
This was a bold, direct, and remarkably valuable offering, demonstrating an immediate understanding of what might be needed and how their skills could fill that operational gap.
This is a quintessential example of resourcefulness and dynamic action. It's not just about passively noticing a potential opportunity. It's about confidently assessing one's own transferable skills and then strategically offering them precisely where an evident need is present.
Right.
The crucial detail that the team was short-staffed highlights a pervasive truth across many organizations and events. There are often operational gaps that can be efficiently filled by non-monetary skill-based contributions. This raises an important question for you, the listener. How often do we inadvertently undervalue or fail to articulate our own unique transferable skills in situations where they could be immensely beneficial? Are you recognizing your own skills as a versatile form of currency beyond just what you do for a paid job?
The response was almost unbelievable, like instantaneous. We're short-staffed. Can you start now?
Just like that.
Just like that. Within mere minutes, our guide had a legitimate badge around their neck and a coveted free pass to the entire festival, plus the bonus of free meals for the entire weekend.
Wow, meals too.
Yeah. Think about that for a moment. A mere few hours spent each day helping guests, answering questions, giving directions, and the rest of the time enjoying every single concert from the front row, all without paying a single dollar.
That's incredible.
This wasn't just about saving money on a ticket. It was about gaining immediate premium access and even a significant amount of food, showcasing a remarkable return on a small investment of time and focused effort.
The sheer speed and breadth of the reward powerfully underscore the immediate and tangible value of proactive problem solving. This wasn't some long, drawn-out negotiation. It was a clear, direct, and mutually beneficial exchange of value,
Absolutely.
where the need was immediate and the solution was readily available. Furthermore, the outcome-free meals for the entire weekend extend significantly beyond just the ticket, vividly illustrating how an initial freebie can naturally lead to compound benefits.
Yeah, it snowballs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If we connect this to the broader picture, it strongly suggests that when you provide genuine, unasked-for value, the reciprocation you receive can often profoundly exceed your initial expectations. It truly demonstrates the abundance that can flow from a willingness to contribute beyond the conventional monetary transaction.
That momentous day instilled a truly critical lesson for our guide, and it's one we really want you to internalize. Often, access itself is far more valuable than the money required to obtain it.
Access, right.
By cleverly trading skills for access, our guide gained something countless other people were paying hundreds of dollars for, and doing so through a pathway many simply don't even consider. It really makes you pause and think, doesn't it? What kind of valuable access might you be inadvertently overlooking in your own life simply because you're fixated on its perceived monetary cost? This isn't just about concerts. It could be access to exclusive knowledge, powerful networks, unique experiences, or even specialized communities.
This is truly the undeniable core insight of this compelling story. Money, in many instances, is merely a means to an end, and that end is frequently access to a product, a service, an experience, or a connection.
Yeah.
By adeptly bypassing the direct monetary transaction, the individual directly secured the desired experience, demonstrating a remarkably efficient and creative pathway to achieving their outcome. This raises an important question for you to consider. What are the true forms of access that you genuinely value most, be it unique experiences, specialized knowledge, invaluable connections, and how might you strategically acquire them without solely relying on traditional financial means? It's about recognizing the ultimate desire, not just the conventional path to it.
And the festival story also unveiled another profound truth. Most people simply never ask.
They just don't.
They automatically assume the only way in is to pay, adhering to conventional norms. They see the gate and the ticket price and just stop there, accepting the visible barrier. But if you're genuinely willing to offer your time, unique talent, or even just your creativity, opportunities unexpectedly open up like secret doors. And those doors are literally everywhere around you. You just have to diligently notice them and be bold enough to knock.
Yeah.
It's a powerful, direct call to action for you, our discerning listener, to step outside of typical assumptions and explore those alternative pathways.
This astute observation about people never asking is a powerful sociological point. It speaks to a widespread cultural conditioning, perhaps a form of learned helplessness, or maybe just an ingrained adherence to established conventional transactional norms.
We're trained that way.
We are. We're often taught that the only way to get something is to buy it. The compelling metaphor of secret doors effectively conveys the profound idea that alternative pathways to value exist abundantly, but they undeniably require a willingness to look well beyond the obvious and to take initiative.
Right.
This truth perfectly sets the stage for our next chapter, where we'll delve deeper into the crucial mindset shifts required to unlock these hidden opportunities.
Okay, chapter 2. Most of us navigate through life operating with what our source cleverly calls price tag vision.
Price tag vision. I like that.
Yeah, it's good, right? We tend to see only the upfront monetary cost of everything, the sticker price, the listed fee, and in doing so, we completely miss the inherent value hiding behind it, or more importantly, the countless alternative pathways to obtaining that same value.
Mm-hmm.
It's akin to looking at a car and fixating only on its sticker price, completely overlooking the possibilities of ride-sharing services, skill-based bartering for transportation, or maybe even finding a free community car service through a local mutual aid network. We become, in a sense, blind to other forms of value in exchange.
This concept of price tag vision serves as an excellent diagnostic tool for self-reflection. It highlights a common cognitive bias where financial cost becomes the sole restrictive determinant of perceived value or genuine possibility.
It limits us.
It really does.
Yeah.
We connect this to the bigger picture. It elegantly explains why so many incredibly valuable opportunities remain perpetually hidden. They simply exist outside the perceptual framework of those who operate exclusively with this limited, financially driven vision. It's about expanding your lens beyond just the monetary to see a wider spectrum of exchange, recognizing that value circulates in far more complex ways than just cash.
So here's the absolute first and arguably most crucial mindset shift you need to make. Stop instinctively asking, how much does it cost? And instead, proactively start asking, what else could this cost?
Interesting flip.
Yeah. Remember, cost doesn't have to be synonymous with money. It can represent your time, your focused effort, your unique skills, your network connections, or even just your undivided attention. This fundamental redefinition of cost is precisely where the true magic of this approach begins to unfold. It's about transforming a limiting question into an expansive one, opening up a universe of non-monetary possibilities.
This reframing of cost is, quite frankly, foundational to the entire philosophy. It profoundly broadens the traditional economic equation, explicitly acknowledging the multifaceted nature of value exchange.
Mm-hmm.
It vigorously encourages a more holistic accounting of all your available resources, which in turn can unlock entirely new and previously unimagined strategies for acquisition and benefit. This raises an important question for you, the listener.
Her
What are your most abundant yet often unacknowledged non-monetary resources that you could confidently offer in exchange for something you desire?
Yeah, what's in your toolkit?
Exactly. Are you fully aware of the wealth of non-cash assets you possess and how they might be leveraged in the hidden economy?
Let's talk about some specific examples of these hidden opportunities. One that's pretty prevalent today is product testing.
Oh, yes.
Many forward-thinking companies are surprisingly willing to give away their products for free in exchange for honest, constructive reviews. This practice is widely known as product testing, or sometimes user experience testing.
Beta testing, things like that.
Right. The company gains invaluable feedback, crucial for product improvement, identifying bugs and generating authentic marketing buzz. And you, the discerning consumer, get the item without payment. It's a quintessential win-win situation, an elegant arrangement that undeniably benefits both sides equally.
Definitely.
Have you ever considered proactively offering to test a new gadget, a groundbreaking software, a pre-release video game, or maybe a beauty product you're genuinely interested in? It's a direct value swap, and there are many platforms dedicated to connecting testers with companies.
This example vividly highlights a direct reciprocal value proposition. The company acquires essential market intelligence, invaluable data, and crucial social proof, while the individual gains direct access to the product. It's a formalized system of non-monetary exchange that is frequently overlooked by consumers whose thinking is primarily focused on direct purchasing. And to expand on this, companies often use specific platforms like, Product Hunt's Ship feature or dedicated consumer panels, or sometimes they just reach out directly to influencers or early adopters.
Right.
It's not just about a simple review sometimes. It's about detailed feedback, maybe bug reports, and a willingness to really engage thoroughly with the product. Companies need more than just money. They need insight and user validation, and are increasingly willing to pay for it in kind, often with early access or the product itself. The key is understanding what kind of feedback they truly value.
Then there's event sampling, which, well, we've all encountered. Think back to those times you've walked through a bustling shopping mall and encountered people eagerly offering free tastes of new snacks, samples of new perfumes, or even short demonstrations of new tech.
Yeah, the food court classic.
Totally. That's event sampling. While they're undoubtedly hoping you'll make a purchase, even if you don't, you've still enjoyed a new experience or product for free.
True.
And here's a clever tip from our source, building on the idea of human connection. If you actively build a friendly, personable relationship with those promoters, maybe engage them, ask questions, share genuine feedback.
Be nice, basically.
Exactly, be nice. They might sometimes, as a gesture of goodwill, give you extra samples for later, extending the free benefit. It's about building a little micro-relationship in the moment.
This illustrates a more passive form of free, where the primary exchange is often your attention and the potential for a future purchase. However, as the source astutely points out, the proactive element of building rapport and a friendly relationship can remarkably transform a casual freebie into an enhanced ongoing benefit. This subtly hints at the concept of reputation capital that we'll delve into later. The psychology at play here is reciprocity. A genuine, pleasant interaction often encourages the other person to be more generous.
Makes sense.
This is particularly true if they see you not just as another consumer, but as someone who genuinely appreciates their product or their effort. It's a small, human touch that can yield surprising returns, demonstrating that value is often found in the quality of the interaction itself.
And then there's the incredibly effective practice of skill swapping. This is pure, unadulterated barter in action, where your unique talents become your currency.
The original exchange.
Right. Imagine skillfully designing a professional logo for a charming local cafe that needs a fresh brand identity, and in return, they generously provide you with a full month of free coffee and pastries.
Nice trade.
Isn't it? You're ingeniously trading your unique abilities, your intellectual capital, for something you genuinely need or desire. It functions perfectly because you're trading value for value, completely bypassing the need for cash. This has immense implications for creative professionals, emerging entrepreneurs, freelancers, or truly anyone with a specific marketable skill.
Skill swapping is arguably the most direct and tangible manifestation of bartering described in the source.
Mm.
It masterfully bypasses the abstract nature of money and directly connects human labor and specialized talent to a desired, concrete outcome. It emphatically emphasizes that value is frequently subjective and can be exchanged outside of formal market mechanisms, offered to greater mutual benefit. This raises an important question for you. What specific skills or talents do you possess, whether it's graphic design, writing, web development, photography, tutoring, gardening, even organizational skills that someone else might genuinely value more than money?
Good question to ponder.
This opens up an entirely new economy based on mutual needs and capabilities, where connections facilitate direct exchange. The key here is also finding a genuine need where your skill is truly valuable and establishing clear expectations for the exchange.
The more diligently you train your brain to spot these often overlooked opportunities, the more you'll discover them everywhere you look. Our source aptly calls this opportunity vision.
Opportunity vision.
Yeah, the unique ability to see chances and possibilities where other people perceive only dead ends or insurmountable obstacles. It's like confidently walking into a seemingly ordinary room and immediately noticing a hidden door that everyone else has completely missed. A door that leads to a new area of value. This isn't about being cunning or deceptive. It's about being incredibly observant and having an open mind, constantly scanning for value beyond the obvious price tag and understanding the underlying needs of others.
Opportunity vision is the dynamic, active result of this profound mindset shift. It's a sophisticated form of pattern recognition where the brain is consciously primed to identify unmet needs, underutilized resources, or maybe misaligned incentives within various systems.
Right.
The compelling hidden door analogy powerfully conveys the idea that these profound opportunities are often transparent to those not actively looking through the right conceptual lens. It's about developing a keen sensitivity to the flow of value in the world, recognizing that it doesn't always move through traditional financial channels. It requires you to step back and ask, what problem does this person or organization have that I can solve with my non-monetary assets?
Okay, but here's the critical catch, the vital ingredient for success in all of this. You absolutely need to be proactive.
Can't just sit back.
No way. The term proactive means taking decisive action before problems fully manifest or before someone explicitly asks you to. Opportunities, as our source emphasizes, rarely, if ever, fall effortlessly into your lap. You must actively go out and diligently find them, sometimes even creating them.
Right.
This is far from a passive activity. It undeniably requires genuine effort, keen observation, and unwavering initiative. It's an active sport, not a spectator one, and your readiness to act is paramount.
This point emphatically underscores the agency required for success in this domain. Simply possessing opportunity vision isn't sufficient. One must translate that vision into concrete action.
Gotta do something.
You do. Proactivity directly counters the common misconception that free inherently means effortless or just a lucky break. In many cases, it demands more effort in the initial stages of identification, negotiation, and execution than a standard monetary purchase.
That's a really good point.
It's about investing your non-monetary capital,
Mm-hmm.
your time, your courage, your ingenuity, to yield significant returns that often far outweigh a direct financial outlay. It's about being an active participant in creating value, not just a recipient.
The undeniable truth is that getting everything for free isn't some mystical magic, nor is it about exploiting others. It's simply about seeing the underlying game of value exchange and diligently learning how to play it effectively.
Learning the rules.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a structured, repeatable approach, not a random, unpredictable occurrence. Once you understand the rules of this hidden economy, the possibilities truly open up in ways you might never have imagined.
This perfectly frames the pursuit of free opportunities as a strategic, engaging endeavor, a game, complete with discernible rules and effective tactics. It brilliantly demystifies the entire process, making it accessible, understandable, and ultimately actionable for you, the listener.
Hmm.
It strongly suggests that once these fundamental rules are grasped and applied, anyone can participate and achieve remarkably similar, if not superior, outcomes. It's about strategic thinking applied to everyday situations, turning challenges into opportunities for creative exchange.
All right, chapter 3. Getting something for free is without a doubt a great feeling. We can all agree on that.
Oh, yeah.
But getting the better, superior version for free, now that's an art form, a true mastery of circumstance and interaction. Our source calls it the free upgrade.
The free upgrade. Love it.
Right. The strategic move from a lower quality or basic version to a remarkably higher quality or premium version, all without paying any extra. This is where the concept of value truly gets fascinating for those who appreciate maximizing benefit and optimizing their experiences. It's about getting more for less, or rather getting more for no monetary cost.
The free upgrade represents a more advanced and sophisticated application of the overall free mindset. It extends beyond mere acquisition. It delves into the strategic optimization of that acquisition. It inherently implies a deeper understanding of underlying systems, human psychology, and situational leverage to consistently secure enhanced benefits. It's not just about getting something. It's about getting the best something through smart, non-monetary means. The key is to understand not just what you want, but why the provider might be willing to offer it.
One of the most compelling examples shared in our source happened at a hotel. Our guide had prudently booked the cheapest room available, maybe an interior room with no view.
The budget option.
Exactly. But upon arrival, they noticed the receptionist seemed visibly stressed, maybe juggling multiple calls and guests.
Uh-oh. Problem brewing.
Potentially.
Uh,
With a polite opening, the receptionist explained that the standard rooms were significantly overbooked, meaning they had sold more reservations than they actually had physical space for.
the classic overbooking.
Right. And then came those truly desirable words. We're moving you to a suite at no extra charge.
Music to the ears.
Totally. A suite, as you know, is a large, luxurious hotel room, often with a separate living area, offering a far superior experience. Our guide went from basic economy to opulent luxury, all without spending an extra cent. This wasn't just blind luck, it was astute observation and impeccable timing.
This specific anecdote vividly illustrates the profound power of situational leverage. The hotel's problem, their overbooking dilemma, which could lead to unhappy customers and negative reviews, became the proactive guest's immediate opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Crucially, it wasn't about demanding. It was about being present, polite, and available when a significant pain point emerged for the provider. This allowed the hotel to offer a mutually beneficial solution, turning a potential negative into a positive.
They helped the hotel out, in a way.
Exactly. The phrase "no extra charge" is paramount, reinforcing the core free aspect of the gain. It highlights how businesses, when faced with a problem or an operational challenge, are often willing to offer substantial value to resolve it amicably, and a receptive, understanding individual can benefit immensely.
Mm.
They'd much rather upgrade you than deal with a frustrated customer or the cost of relocation.
So, what exactly is the core trick behind this consistent success with upgrades? Our source brilliantly distills it down to three essential qualities that go beyond just knowing the system. Be polite, observant, and flexible.
Polite, observant, flexible. Okay.
Politeness matters immensely because people are inherently far more likely to go out of their way to help someone who is friendly, respectful, and pleasant to interact with. A warm smile and a patient demeanor can open doors.
The human element.
Absolutely. Observance means diligently noticing small, often fleeting opportunities, like when a store inadvertently runs out of the exact product you ordered, or a restaurant has an empty premium table that's not booked. Many times, they'll offer you a better, more expensive version instead, simply to ensure customer satisfaction and avoid losing your business.
Right.
And flexibility means being genuinely open to change or alternative arrangements. If you're willing to accept a different color, model, or even a slightly altered schedule for a flight, companies frequently reward that willingness with an upgrade because your flexibility helps them solve their problem.
This crucial section elevates the discussion beyond just identifying opportunities to emphasizing the vital human element involved in these interactions. It profoundly underscores the importance of soft skills and emotional intelligence.
So important.
Politeness builds essential rapport and encourages goodwill, creating a positive emotional context for the interaction. Observance allows you to precisely identify the leverage point, the specific problem or situation that the other party is facing, where an upgrade might be a convenient solution for them.
Seeing their need.
Exactly. And flexibility positions you as an amenable and cooperative recipient of the optimal solution. This raises an important question for you, the listener. How much of your everyday interactions, both personal and professional, could be significantly improved by consciously applying these three simple yet powerful principles? Think about how these seemingly small social graces can unlock immense value, not just for you, but for the other person involved as well.
Consider another compelling example. Flights. Airlines frequently overbook flights to account for no-shows, and sometimes this strategy results in more passengers than available seats.
The dreaded overbooked flight scenario.
Yeah, but it can be an opportunity. When an airline significantly overbooks a flight and asks for proactive volunteers to take a later one, you can often secure a free ticket for your trouble, perhaps even a round-trip voucher for a future journey.
Compensation, right.
Right. Sometimes they even sweeten the deal further by adding a generous meal voucher. Or even better, seating you in business class for your next flight as an apology and incentive.
Now that's an upgrade.
That's not just free travel, it's enhanced travel. Imagine experiencing the comfort of a spacious business class seat with premium service, all without paying a single extra dollar. It's a prime example of leveraging a common airline challenge into a luxurious personal gain simply by being willing to be flexible and helpful.
This example powerfully demonstrates that upgrades are not exclusively limited to physical products. Experiences such as travel can also be profoundly enhanced through strategic action. It also shrewdly highlights the inherent strategic benefit for the airline. By incentivizing voluntary deferrals, they skillfully avoid larger compensation payouts and potential negative publicity associated with involuntary bumping passengers.
Good point. It's a win-win.
It is. It's a classic illustration of how proactive problem-solving, being the solution to their overbooking issue, can lead to unexpected and significant gains for the individual who seizes the moment. This is a powerful demonstration of finding the win-win in a potentially negative situation for the service provider, transforming inconvenience into opportunity. The key is listening for those announcements, being ready to act, and often being one of the first to volunteer.
Our guide highlights some absolutely crucial vocabulary for mastering this art of the upgrade. Firstly, the phrase "no extra charge" is fundamental. It clearly signifies you don't have to pay more for it, and it's the core of the free upgrade.
Essential phrase.
Secondly, vouch for yourself means politely and confidently explaining why you would be an excellent, deserving candidate for the upgrade, not in a demanding way, but by presenting your case, perhaps highlighting your loyalty as a customer or your understanding of their situation.
Making your case.
Exactly. And ultimately, it all leads to a win-win scenario, an outcome where both sides gain something positive and desirable from the exchange. These are the precise verbal tools you need for the sophisticated art of the free upgrade, giving you the language to articulate your value and seek mutual benefit without being perceived as entitled.
The inclusion of these specific, actionable phrases significantly reinforces the practical and immediately applicable nature of the advice. Vouch for yourself particularly speaks to the critical necessity of articulate self-advocacy, not in an aggressive way, but by presenting oneself as a viable and desirable solution to a perceived problem or need. It's about demonstrating value, reliability, and understanding, making you the natural choice for a beneficial outcome for both parties. These phrases are not just words. They are keys to unlocking value through effective communication and a positive demeanor.
Ultimately, mastering this exquisite art is about perfect timing, a positive attitude, and impeccable communication. It's absolutely not about aggressively demanding more from people or trying to exploit a situation.
No, definitely not.
On the contrary, it's about consciously being the kind of person that people want to give more to. It's about genuinely earning that upgrade through your consistently positive, cooperative, and understanding approach. It's a long-term strategy built on goodwill, empathy, and smart engagement that benefits everyone involved.
This is the overarching guiding principle behind the art of the free upgrade. It powerfully connects back to the fundamental importance of soft skills, emotional intelligence, and building genuine reputation capital, which actually we'll discuss next.
Perfect segue.
It makes a subtle but profound distinction, moving from a purely transactional mindset to one of relational value. This implicitly suggests that significant long-term gains often stem from positive, respectful interactions rather than from aggressive negotiation or a sense of entitlement. It's about cultivating a relationship, even a fleeting one, where generosity becomes a natural outcome for all involved.
Okay, chapter 4. This is where it gets really interesting, I think. When our guide first embarked on this journey, seeking out free things often felt largely like a thrilling game, a challenge to see how much could be acquired without spending money.
Like collecting points?
Kind of, but over time they realized something truly profound. Free was merely the surface. The real transformative value emerged when those initial free experiences, products, or connections were strategically used to create even bigger, more impactful opportunities down the line.
Ah, the long game.
Exactly. This is precisely where the concept of free transcends mere acquisition and becomes undeniably powerful. It's about building momentum, a kind of domino effect of value.
This marks a crucial and deliberate pivot in the source materials philosophy. It shifts the focus from tactical acquisition to strategic leveraging. The initial game of simply getting evolves into a sophisticated process of building and compounding value.
Mm-hmm.
This raises an important question for you, the listener. How often do we stop at the immediate, tangible benefit of something free without considering its immense potential as a catalyst for future exponentially larger gains? Are you seeing the free item as merely the end of a transaction, or as the strategic starting point of a chain reaction that you can intentionally design?
Here's a truly brilliant example from the source that demonstrates this concept perfectly. Our guide secured a free ticket to a high-value business seminar simply by volunteering to help set up chairs before the event.
Simple task, valuable access.
Right. The initial perceived reward was just that ticket. But during the seminar, they made a pivotal connection. They met an entrepreneur who was so impressed by our guide's initiative and helpfulness that they later hired them for extensive freelance work.
Wow, that's huge.
Isn't it? That single, strategically acquired free ticket directly transformed into months of consistent paid projects. That's what our source emphatically calls leveraging. It's an incredible return on a small investment of time and effort, turning a free entry point into a significant professional gain.
This compelling anecdote provides concrete, real-world evidence of how seemingly minor freebies can remarkably lead to exponential returns. It eloquently underscores the profound concept of return on effort rather than solely focusing on return on financial investment.
Yeah, ROI of effort.
Exactly. The free ticket was not an end in itself. It was a carefully chosen, strategically positioned entry point into a valuable professional network. It highlights the often underestimated power of simply being in the right place at the right time with the right mindset and taking a small proactive step that demonstrates your capabilities and character. This is about identifying opportunities for connection and building trust that can lead to unforeseen benefits.
The powerful word leverage means to skillfully use a resource or a given situation to your maximum advantage, extracting every possible benefit, often far beyond its initial appearance.
Getting the most out of it.
Right. And this, our source firmly states, is where the real magic genuinely happens. Imagine this chain reaction. A free sample at a bustling food fair could ingeniously lead you to discover an exciting new restaurant,
Okay.
which in turn could lead to a job opportunity there, perhaps as a social media manager or even a chef. That could then naturally lead to even more valuable connections and opportunities down the line in the culinary world, or even new ventures.
Connecting the dots.
Exactly. One seemingly small free thing leads directly to another, but only if you pay meticulous attention and actively pursue the connections and possibilities that arise.
Leverage, in this context, is about seeing well beyond the immediate, understanding the intricate ripple effects of an initial action. It's about identifying latent, unexpressed potential in seemingly small gains and proactively nurturing them. The vivid chain reaction example, food fair to job opportunity to wider network, brilliantly illustrates the compounding nature of these opportunities, provided there is active observation, intentional networking, and decisive follow-through. It's a reminder that opportunities aren't just isolated events, but often threads in a much larger tapestry that you can strategically weave. It involves thinking several steps ahead about the potential secondary and tertiary benefits of any free interaction or acquisition.
Another absolutely critical concept brought to light here is networking.
Yes, networking.
This means actively building and diligently maintaining professional or social connections. Many free events, be it insightful book launches, captivating art shows, enlightening public lectures, community workshops, they are teeming with people who have the potential to become future friends, invaluable collaborators, mentors, or even direct employers.
Fertile ground.
Totally. You don't just walk away with a complimentary drink or a free ticket, you walk away with priceless access to a much wider, richer world of possibilities. It's about transforming a temporary free experience into lasting, valuable relationships.
Networking, as presented here, formalizes the connection aspect of leveraging. Free events, by their very nature, strategically lower the barriers to entry for both general participation and meaningful interaction, making them incredibly fertile ground for organic relationship building.
Good point.
The powerful concept of gaining access to a wider world beautifully ties back to the initial foundational lesson from the festival experience, demonstrating a consistent and reinforcing theme throughout the source material. Effective networking at these events isn't just about collecting business cards. It's about active listening, identifying mutual interests, offering value first, and following up thoughtfully. It underlines that human connection itself is a profound form of capital that compounds over time.
And finally, there's the immensely valuable concept of reputation capital.
Reputation capital. Okay.
This is the inherent value of being known as someone who is consistently reliable remarkably resourceful, and genuinely pleasant to work with.
What people think of you.
Exactly. If you diligently handle every free opportunity you encounter, whether volunteering, skill swapping, or product testing, with professionalism, integrity, and a positive attitude, people will undeniably remember you.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they'll even proactively offer you more opportunities without you ever having to ask, simply because you've proven yourself to be a valuable and trustworthy individual. It's a powerful, self-reinforcing, and highly beneficial cycle that builds over time.
Reputation capital is a truly intangible asset that gracefully accrues over time through consistent positive behavior and ethical interactions. It represents the significant long-term payoff of the politeness and proactivity discussed in previous chapters.
It all connects.
It really does. This raises an important question for you, the listener. How can we consciously, deliberately, and consistently build our own reputation capital in all our daily interactions, even those not directly tied to immediate monetary gain? Because in the long run, this intangible asset, this trust and respect you earn, can open more doors and create more unexpected opportunities than money ever could. It's about being known as someone who delivers value regardless of the explicit transaction.
So, getting everything for free isn't simply about saving money, although, hey, that's a fantastic side effect.
Can't complain about that.
Not at all. It's about consciously building an entire lifestyle where you instinctively spot chances, confidently take action, and ingeniously turn every freebie into a vital stepping stone towards something far greater and more significant.
Mm-hmm.
When you begin to truly see free, not as the final prize, but as the initial strategic starting point, you unlock a remarkable chain reaction of opportunities that money alone could never buy. It's a transformative perspective that fundamentally reshapes your relationship with value and resources.
This powerful conclusion to the chapter serves as the ultimate synthesis of the entire philosophy. It elevates free from a mere transactional outcome to a strategic and dynamic foundation for profound personal and professional growth. The evocative idea of opportunities that money alone can't buy powerfully reinforces the unique and truly profound value of adopting this transformative mindset.
Yeah.
It's about seeing the world as a complex web of interconnected possibilities, rather than a series of isolated transactions, and positioning yourself to navigate and benefit from that complexity. Hashtag tag tag outro.
So now you know, it's not magic, it's not just blind luck, and it's definitely not about tricking anyone.
Not all.
Getting valuable things, often for free, is fundamentally about cultivating sharp awareness, embracing boundless creativity, and possessing the unwavering willingness to step forward when others instinctively step back. It's about courageously replacing that common limiting question, can I afford this, with the far more powerful and expansive one, how else can I get this?
This concise yet comprehensive summary powerfully reinforces the actionable nature of everything we've explored in this deep dive. The crucial shift in inquiry from afford to how else masterfully encapsulates the entire mindset change we've dissected, moving you from a position of perceived limitation to one of boundless possibility.
Yeah.
It's about unlocking your own innate resourcefulness and applying it strategically to navigate a world of hidden value.
We've meticulously talked about resourcefulness, that innate ability to find clever and elegant solutions to complex problems, often by thinking outside the box.
Right.
We've extensively explored bartering, the timeless practice of skillfully trading unique skills or valuable services instead of relying on money. We've learned about the nuanced art of the upgrade, expertly transforming something basic into something distinctly premium without any extra monetary cost.
The fun part.
And most importantly, we've vividly seen how free can serve as an unexpected doorway to much bigger opportunities, achieved through strategic leveraging, diligent networking, and the conscious building of your invaluable reputation capital.
Yeah.
It truly is a comprehensive, empowering toolkit for a brand new way of living and interacting with the world.
This concluding segment provides a clear, memorable, and actionable list of the core concepts, ensuring that you, the listener, leave this deep dive with a well-structured and profound understanding of all the strategies discussed.
Hopefully.
It brilliantly connects the dots between each chapter, demonstrating how they seamlessly form a coherent, powerful, and mutually reinforcing system for unlocking value. It's a practical framework for enriching your life, not just financially, but in terms of experiences, connections, and personal growth.
And for those of you who are currently learning English, there's an extraordinary extra layer of value here, what our source beautifully terms double value.
Oh, double you, nice.
Yeah. Consider this. Every free event you attend, every new conversation you bravely start in exchange for your help, every volunteer job you enthusiastically undertake, it's also completely free real-life language practice.
That's brilliant.
You're not just acquiring a product or a service. You're gaining invaluable real-world speaking experience, sharpening your essential listening skills, expanding your vocabulary and context, and deepening your cultural understanding, all without paying for a traditional classroom. That's a profound, organic learning experience, woven directly into the fabric of your pursuit of free opportunities.
This specific application for language learners significantly broadens the relevance of this deep dive, directly connecting it to a practical, everyday benefit for a considerable portion of our audience. It highlights an often unseen yet powerful synergy between actively pursuing opportunities and organically developing crucial personal skills in tandem.
Yeah.
Imagine volunteering at a local charity event for free food and connection and simultaneously practicing your spoken English in a natural, low-pressure environment.
Perfect example.
Or offering to help a local business with a small task for free and refining your professional communication skills. It shows how the pursuit of free can seamlessly integrate with and accelerate personal growth goals, providing multiple layers of benefit from a single action.
So here's my personal challenge to you, our dedicated listener. This very week, actively look for just one genuine opportunity to get something for free, always legally and ethically, of course.
An important distinction.
Very. By offering your precious time, your unique talent, or your focused attention. It could be as simple as volunteering at a local community event, joining a free community class that sparks your interest, or even initiating a friendly conversation with a local shop owner about testing a new product they're developing.
Small steps.
Small steps. And then, here's the key. Pay meticulous attention to what comes next. Because sometimes that free thing is just the very beginning of something far greater than you could have anticipated.
This challenge makes the abstract concepts we've discussed concrete and actively encourages immediate real-world application. The emphasis on acting legally and ethically reinforces the integrity and principled nature of this entire approach.
Absolutely.
The concluding line, "Sometimes the free thing is just the beginning," serves as a powerful final thought, designed to plant a seed of curiosity and inspire future, deeper exploration for you. An invitation to experience this transformative mindset firsthand and witness the unexpected opportunities it can unlock in your own life.
Remember, sometimes the most valuable things in life don't come with a price tag.
They come with curiosity, creativity, and the courage to ask.
So, what incredible opportunities will you discover this week?